Tri-i4, so this is a new brand here in this channel, and this is their first earphone, and I believe this is also the sister company of KB Ear. So the Tri-i4 is a 1BA1DD setup, and it has a nose driver, and it's also $70. So how does it compete with the $50 range here? Will this be one of the top 5 recommendations now here in the channel? We're gonna find out in this video. But of course, we review budget-fi to mid-fi audio gear, so if you're new to that, consider subscribing, and also use my links below if you want to get a Tri-i4. That will help out the channel a lot. Of course, this is the box that comes with your Tri-i4. Very nice box overall. It says Tri-i4 blue color, 1BA1DD setup, 20 to 40K, 103 sensitivity, and 12 ohm impedance. Okay, inside, so you have the IEM right away. And you do have this case that like velvet tea kind of case, which is nice, that looks upscale. And also inside you do have additional tips. You have foam tips, you also have black on black kind of tips, which is in the soft side, and you do also have some see-through sporty tips, which is very nice. You have a black cable, which is very nice looking also. This more of in TFZ T2 kind of category in terms of the cable. You do have preformed ear hooks, which is nice, and I do like that it doesn't have the white plastic. Also removable cable here, which is very nice. You do have L plug also, and it's the small L plug. This will play well with maybe bigger cases that you have. Also in the fork is made of plastic, and you do have that braiding in the cable, but overall I do like still the TFZ T2 cable over the Tri-i4, but because this is black, I wouldn't mind this kind of cable. The lobes are very nice. This is one of the best looking lobes that I ever saw in this channel. You do have that metal on metal kind of design, so everything is metal, and it feels really substantial here in the Tri-i4. You do have that logo, which is a very nice logo. It's a balanced logo, and you do have that kind of finish with that car kind of finish, very glossy finish, and it looks really upscale here in the Tri-i4. You do also have that kind of custom IEM kind of fit, which is very nice for me. And also you do have medium tips already installed, so very nice looking overall. In terms of build, this is very nice here in the Tri-i4. So this is how it looks like. So it's a flush fit here in the Tri-i4. That's that custom IEM kind of look, and I would say that it's a looker. I do like that shine that you get with the blue, and also that fit in the ear is very nice. So in terms of comfort, I can see me wearing this for a long listening session, maybe 4 to 5 hours, because it's still breathable here. It doesn't feel suffocating, and it's very fitting in the ear. So yes, 4 to 5 hours comfort is very good here. Isolation is just average to above average. I can still hear my voice. So it's okay for a casual listen, definitely, but it's not something that you might use for extreme monitoring situations. In terms of build, I would say that this is a looker. I do like the look here. I would give this high marks for the look. One of the best looking earphones that I've ever reviewed in the channel. And also, of course, it really feels substantial also in the ear. You know that you're wearing an upscale IEM. Even if it's not the most expensive IEM, it's still very nice in price, but you still feel that premiumness here in the Tri-i4 on your ear. So overall, in terms of build, comfort, and isolation, I don't have any major issues. I would give this high marks for the Tri-i4. So I already listened to the Tri-i4, and I really like the Tri-i4. So it's a U-shaped sound. It also has some warmth in the Tri-i4. It's lively sounding overall, but still has some mix of being relaxed kind of listen, because the mids are a bit laid back here in the Tri-i4. So it's also smooth sounding overall. So the highs are well extended. This is the strength of the Tri-i4. It also has some shimmer. It's also smooth highs overall. Good body, I would say well controlled highs, and it has a lot of detail here. Fast response in the Tri-i4. One of the best that I've heard in the price range, definitely. It's also very energetic and just resolves a lot of detail. So definitely the highlight of the Tri-i4. This is more in line with what you get with the Tin Audio T3, that kind of level of high. So definitely high marks here in the highs department in the Tri-i4. In terms of mids, the mids are recessed and also laid back here in the Tri-i4. This is not the highlight compared to what you get with highs. The mids are in the thick and lush side, but it's a bit laid back. It's a bit veiled sounding here, so this is not the highlight of the Tri-i4. But still, I would say very listenable mids, especially if you pump up the volume, but definitely this is not the highlight of the Tri-i4. The bass is in the boomy side, but it's not overpowering. It's also not that forward in the mix compared to other IEMs. But still substantial. This is not for bass heads. The bass is also a bit slow. This is not something that you want to use for fast tracks. So in contrast to the highs that are very fast, the bass is not that fast. It's in the boomy side. So it's kind of a mix of the T3 highs and T2 bass in a way here in the Tri-i4. So this is not something that you want to use for maybe double peds, fast bass kind of music. But the bass is not that bad, still well controlled. I would say very listenable bass still here in a Tri-i4. Detail retrieval is average to above average. Very nice detail on top. One of the best detailed highs that I've heard in the price range. But of course, it's not detailed in the mids department. It's a bit laid back. So that kind of lowered the mark for me in terms of the detail retrieval, but definitely very nice highs here. So still good marks here in the detail retrieval, but I would like it to be better mids in the future here in the Tri-i4. In terms of response, again, there's very good response on top, very fast highs there on top. One of the best that I've heard, but definitely slower at the bottom because of that more boomy nature of the bass. And also mids are a bit laid back. So yes, response is very good at the highs, mids, and bass not so much. In terms of soundstage, the soundstage here is big, one of the biggest that I've heard in the price range in the TFZ S2 category, and also TFZ T2 kind of category. It's also a rounded stage, so nice shape overall. Very pleasing here in the Tri-i4. Imaging is also very good, near black and white. So I would say creeping up there with the Tin T3, but definitely Tin T3 is still better. But this is close to the Tin T3. Separation is just average here due to the smooth nature of the sound. Separation is not that black and white in the Tri-i4. So overall, there's a lot to like here in the Tri-i4. That's very nice highs, a big soundstage, good imaging. Bass is not overpowering. If not for that mids, this will be a landslide victory for the Tri-i4. But definitely for guitar tracks, for picking technique, distorted music, jazz music, acoustic music, this really shined in the Tri-i4. There's really nice micro detail on top, and the response is very good. That the guitar tracks really shine here. So for guitar tracks, this is something that I'm definitely gonna use. It's more of like the Tin T3 and you make it more fun. So something like that, because it has that clarity of the Tin T3, but that boomy nature of the bass of maybe the Tin T2. So you merge them together and you get the Tri-i4. So if not for the bass, this will be one of my landslide victory kind of recommendations. But it's a nice mix of both. Compared to the TFZ S2, the S2 has a bigger stage, but the Tri is not that far off. The Tri-i4 has faster highs and also better body and smoother, but the S2 has more extension on top and also drier sounding in the S2. The S2 has better and thicker mids. The Tri-i4 is more laid back again in the Tri-i4. S2 bass is more boomy, more substantial, more punchy. The Tri-i4 is more toned down in comparison. Detail-wise, the Tri-i4 is better because of that highs. Tri-i4 also has a more energetic attack, especially in the highs department. So overall, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, but I do like the Tri-i4 better than the S2. So the S2 has better mids, but the Tri-i4, I would say because of that highs, that detail in the highs, it overtook the S2 for me. I would take that highs every day over what you get with the S2, even if this has lesser mids compared to the S2. The highs just overtakes the S2 for me. Compared to the Tin T3, the Tri-i4 is closer to the Tin T3 because of that more similar highs. The highs are very similar. The Tri has more shimmer and thicker also here in the Tri-i4. The T3 is more toned down in comparison and drier in comparison, but still more accurate sounding in the Tin T3 in terms of the timbre. Mids are better in the T3, less veiled compared to what you get with the i4. The i4 again, mids are just veiled sounding. Bass is tighter on the T3. The Tri-i4 is more boomy, but not that boomy, but it's more boomy. Stage is bigger in the Tri-i4, actually a lot bigger compared to what you get with the Tin T3. Imaging is better in the T3. Separation is better in the T3 due to that more dry sound. More accurate sounding, more accurate timbre in the T3. More fun in the Tri-i4. So both have actually their strengths and weaknesses. The Tri-i4 is more fun. It's a more fun version of the Tin T3. I do like them both, but I will still give the edge to the T3 because it's just good sound across the range. Tri-i4 has a bit more laid back mids. Compared to the TFZ T2, the T2 is more lively sounding. The Tri-i4 is more relaxed in comparison. The highs are better in the Tri-i4, just a touch, but they do have good micro detail, both of them. But I just like the highs in the i4 better. The mids are better in the T2. i4 is more laid back again in comparison. T2 has more forward bass, more boomy bass in the T2. That i4 is more toned down compared to the T2. Both have fast response, but the i4 is slightly faster in the highs department, of course, but the rest of the spectrum, the T2 is better. The stage is similar, but the tri is slightly better compared to what you get with the T2. So I like the T2 more because it has better mids and fuller sound overall. So again, if not for the mids here in the i4, this will be a landslide victory. But yes, I still like the T2 more because of the better mids in the T2. Compared to the TRN V90, the V90 is more neutral in comparison to the i4. The V90 is drier also in comparison to the i4, but the i4 is more fun in comparison. The i4 has better highs overall. The V90 still has that nice extension on top, but the i4 just has faster highs. The V90 has better mids and also more revealing in the mids department, just more detail there and also more forward in the mix. The i4 is more laid back in comparison. The bass is similar, the stage is also similar. So the tri has better highs, the V90 has better mids. So I would say I like them both, but the V90 is still more versatile because the V90 still has good highs, not laid back highs in the V90. So it's more versatile still. I like them both, but I would still give the edge to the V90 over the Tri i4. Compared to the ZS10 Pro, so the ZS10 has a drier sound overall. The i4 is more smooth. The ZS10 has better mids, thicker and more detailed in the ZS10. Definitely, yes, the mids in the i4 is just lacking. Highs is better in the i4. Also faster in the i4 again. ZS10 is thinner highs in comparison. Bass is more forward in the ZS10 Pro. i4 is more toned down in comparison. The stage is similar. Imaging is also similar. So they are both good sounding, but due to the better mids, I still like the ZS10 Pro more. If you like highs, maybe the i4 is for you. If you like mids, maybe go for the ZS10 Pro. So that's kind of the delineation here. So the Tri i4, since it overthrew the TFZ S2, I like this better than the TFZ S2. So this now belongs to my top 5 here in this channel. So there's a lot of things going for it. Of course, it has that very nice build, one of the better builds that I have in the channel. Also nice cable overall. Yes, good build, and also that sound, very technically capable, especially in that highs department. And it also has some fun to it, so it's more of like a fun T3. So it's you marry again the T3 and also the T2, T3 highs and also the T2 bass. You marry them together, you get the Tri i4. But yes, you forgot about the mids, so unfortunately this is not my top 1 recommendation. But if you give me a version of this with better mids, maybe this will be my top 1. But there's still a lot of things going for it. I really like the Tri i4. This is now in our top 5 conversation here in this channel. A very good job here by Tri. For a first try, they did really well in the Tri i4. Of course, if you learned something, of course, leave a like and of course subscribe for more content like this in the future. What do you think of the Tri i4? Have you heard it? How do you find it? Let me know also down in the comments below. And of course, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.